Hello, this is the Charioteer. I'm getting ready to do my review of the Celtic Tarot. That's just a quick look at the major arcana. We'll go over a little quickly some of the differences. It's a Rider-Waite based deck, and this is the book it comes with. And it's a really thick book. It's rather large. Must weigh probably a good pound or so. The deck is by Kristoffer Hughes, illustrated by Chris Down. This is a deck I use mostly when I'm doing readings. It's got a little about the author section and the artist. What I like a lot about this deck is that each individual card has a big blown up size painting of it. So if you need to use reading glasses like me, sometimes you want to zoom in on details of the card. You can just whip out the book and you've got a really good representation of the card there. It's exactly the same, but jumbo size. We go into the history of tarot a little bit. There's some spreads in there. You got your standard 3-card spread. And then we go over the major arcana there. And it's pretty good. Every single card has got a page, like I said, with a jumbo meaning of it. And then over here, say like the Fool, you got a statement: I am the beginning, the middle, the end. Beginning, initiation, faith. You got a leap of faith, a journey start, my wisdom to thy step impart. And the book goes through every single card, and I have a little saying for every single one of those, like that, little statements, keywords. Makes it really interesting to go through. Every card is pretty much, you're going to be Rider-Waite standard for it. There are a couple minor name changes, but they remain pretty much the same. The imagery is all the same, pretty much for the most part. It's all done kind of with a Celtic theme, not surprisingly. Here's the box. I'll show you. Coming in here. It's a nice sturdy box. It does tend to wear a little bit if you carry it around with you. I've already been carrying this around a lot, doing readings and then studying it. You got a nice magnetic clasp there. And then you've got the pull tab inside for easy removal of the cards afterward. So it makes a great place to store them. Some of your main differences that you've got going on are going to be, say, like instead of the Hierophant, you've got the Druid there. And I'll get you a nice close-up on that. The little 3 rays coming down, they call that the Awen, or the Spirit. Everything's really close. Instead of, let's see, you got here is Death. You don't have the guy on the horse. Kind of a neat depiction of death. Instead of the Devil, you've got the Shadow over here. Got the Shadow. That's a little difference. Instead of Judgment, you've got Rebirth. Those are the only main differences I've found in between the Rider-Waite and this deck. But I'll flash them up here real quick. I think that you get a good look at every single one of them. Some of them aren't exactly in frame there. It's a lot of cards to try and pick up. And then instead of cups, you got Cauldrons. This is another difference here. You got the Merlin, which is really the Hermit. Pretty same imagery going on there. And everybody that's sitting on a throne in this deck, if you look up here, it's very phallic. And every single throne is of the same theme they got going on there. I don't know what the artist is conveying with the phallic symbols going on there. I'll do the old lovers over here. I really like the artwork on this deck. Like I said, lately it's been my favorite deck to be reading with. Is the Chariot. Still pretty much right in the main symbology. The other thing I like about this deck, there are a lot of dragons. Instead of the lion like we have on the Rider-Waite, you got lion, you got a dragon here. I did the Merlin already. Here's your Wheel of Fortune, and it's got a little symbol for each one of the suits. Swords is still swords. You got cauldrons instead of cups. You know, wands is wands, and then you got shields up there for pentacles. And we'll go over those. Here's the Justice card. Everything's pretty same as what you'd expect for a Rider-Waite deck, so you don't connect with the imagery quite as well on the Rider-Waite. You may like this deck a little better. The imagery on it I really like. It's just kind of like Rider-Waite on steroids there. There's the devil shadow. It's just more colorful. And look at the tower there. You got the sea and the lightning just really tearing it up there. But the artist just knocked this one out of the park, in my opinion. Just did a fantastic job with the staying traditional, but also putting his own little twist on there. So we got another little dragon here in the Moon card. We got the Sun. There we go, the Rebirth I already showed. And last but not least, we've got the World card. Now we have the Wands, and I'll give you an individual look at every one of these cards quickly. There's a lot of red in the Wands here, and again we've got the old phallic stuff going on there. There's the King of Wands. I mean, I don't know what the guy was thinking, but you know, every single throne, it's got something very phallic on it. But we'll just go through real quick. The imagery is just amazing. I really like how he's captured the symbolism in the artwork, staying traditional, like I said before, but also putting his own little twist on it, a little Celtic theme there. Pretty much same as the Rider-Waite so far. No real departures. A lot of dragons in this deck, which I like. Replace pretty much all the horses with dragons. But all the sevens have the spiritual little shadow guys here in the back towards the top that I've noticed pretty much. So there's symbolism there. Yeah, 8 is the motion card there, you know, trips, that kind of thing. Very traditional. Ten of Wands, carrying the heavy burden. You know, you got a destination you're heading to. It's going to take you a while to get there. It's going to be a lot of hard work kind of deal. Here we go with the page. Got another dragon going on there. A lot of fire colors. A volcano in the back even there. This one you got the Knight. And I don't know if that's the same volcano from the last one, but he's much closer to it if it is. Another dragon. It's a motion card. You got the Queen there. You got the water and the fire elements going on there. Got a little kitty cat and a dragon. A lot of dragons in this deck. Here's your King of Wands. Another dragon. A lot of fire going on there. Okay, and now we'll move on to our swords. And pretty much the sword imagery stays right on the money with the rider weight, you know, right down to the hand popping out with the sword coming out of a cloud. Yeah. The 2 is right on the money. It's just got more going on. You know, it's just like more detailed than the rider weight. Pretty much the same thing. Then you got your 3 of Swords here, the card everybody hates to get in a romantic relationship or reading. And I like how, if you can see there, the handles, they all have you know, 2 of them are like kind of screaming, one of them's just kind of looking at you. Even that's got a little bit of symbolism to it. You can see the kind of the stormy rain there in the background going on. You know, there's your 4. You got the little three main rays there, and in this deck they call that the Awen, or the Spirit. Here's your 5, pretty close to the original kind of rider weight symbolism there. Here we got your 6 of Swords, very traditional, but like more, you know, with the color and everything. I just really like this deck a lot. 7 of Swords, the Thief. You know, he's sneaking off there with the swords there. He's getting away with it. It's not always a bad card, depending on it. And see again, up here at the top of the card, you can see the spirit guys. They're just barely there. When I first started messing with this deck, I didn't even notice those guys at first. Here you got your 8 of Swords, very traditional. And you got the handles on the swords there. Yeah, it's just the detail is just phenomenal. I love it. You got your 9. Still pretty much sticking with traditional imagery. It's really good. I love it. And we got your page here. Got some, I believe those are crows. There's a couple of different crows in this deck. Just they're subtly in the background. Here we got a knight on a dragon. You know, you got a storm coming in. This is, you know, he's rushing in there. He's not fucking around. He's ready for battle there. Here we got the Queen. And the King. Alright, moving on to, in this deck it's shields, but in a traditional deck it's going to be Pentacles. And here we got the Ace. A lot of winter stuff going on in this deck. 2, pretty much traditional. You got the infinity symbol above his head, just like on the rider weight. He's juggling 2 shields, which is pentacles. You got your 3, which is a little different, but basically the same thing going on as your rider weight. You got the spirit thing. It runs as a kind of a running theme in a lot of the cards in this deck. The 4 guy hanging on to his pentacles / this deck's shields. Kind of a bleak scene in the background. A little greedy, alone. Got your 5 over here. You got it's a little bit of a departure from the rider weight, but you got you guys doing real good over the campfire, and you got your the 2 people that could probably use at least a little rest by the fire back there, or some of the meat they're cooking. You need a handout. Here you got the 6. Pretty much same as your rider weight. It's a little bit different take on it, but the imagery's about the same, symbolism-wise. Here you got your 7. You got your 7 spirit guys back there. They're right over top of the Pentacles / shields. And this is a very winter. Most of this is very winterish. I don't know what a winter theme for the Pentacles, but it works well with this deck here. Got your 8 of Shields, Pentacles going on. Pretty much rolling with it. This is very similar. You got the garden. You got the bird, just like on the Rider-Waite there. Naked lady. Naked ladies are good. I like naked ladies. Here's your 10. Now, it's reading in this deck, the symbolism of her stepping over the wand had something to do with an ancient Celtic tradition of proving that they are still a virgin. I don't know how you would prove that by stepping over a stick, but maybe somebody knows. Here's the Page of Shields, which is also your Pentacles. A lot of red and green going on in this deck here, and for wands and shields / Pentacles. Here's your Knight again on a dragon. He's got his shield up ready. He's kind of stopped, like, whoa, what's going on up there? I don't like what's up ahead. Gonna have to go cautiously. Here's your Queen of Shields. Got a rabbit down there. The symbolism just all over the cards. I really like what the artist has done with these cards. Almost looks like Father Christmas there, kind of. He's getting a foot massage, though, so you know he's the king. He's like, yeah. And lastly, we've got our Cauldrons, which would be the same as the cups. I'll go through these individually. They're very traditional. Almost every one of them's got a lot of blue in it. The artist, I keep saying it over and over again, he really knocked these cards out of the park with the illustrations. Very traditional, the love card thing going on there with the 2 Cauldrons. Everybody likes to get that one when they're doing a relationship reading. You got your 3 of Cauldrons, same as cups. The naked ladies, I know you guys want to see them, so there we go. And you got the spirit coming in here again. The 3 rays of light, or the spirit from God, Awen, they call it in this deck. Here you got the 4 of Cauldrons. And in this deck, that's the cups. For Rider-Waite peeps. Very traditional imagery so far, not really any real departures. Everything's pretty much the same as the Rider-Waite deck. This is the one card that has probably the least amount of blue in it. I don't know why. I'd have to look at that a little bit better, but it's still pretty much, the same as the Rider-Waite. And you got a person standing over handing a shorter person a cup. Here's your 7 spirit guys again, hanging out at the top. This is the 7 of Cauldrons, the kind of fish or gut bait card, make your dreams a reality. You gotta pull one of those Cauldrons down and make a choice, kind of deal. Here we got the 8 of Cauldrons. Real similar to the original Rider-Waite. Here we got the 9. It's a little different. Yeah, you got a guy's decapitated head there, but he still looks happy. Here you got the 10. Yeah, pretty close to the original little rainbow with the cups / Cauldrons on it. Here we go with the Page. She looks like she just came out of the water. Even her dress looks like it's made out of water. You got the fish popping out of the cauldron there, just like in the traditional. But she's also got a crow or a raven on her shoulder there. And it looks like lots and lots of other crows or ravens come out of the background there. And then we've got the knight, yet again on a dragon, a blue dragon there. It's got a crow. Looks like it's almost popping on his head there, you know, just sitting there. I don't know if I'd let a crow sit on my head, but he is. You know. Here we got the queen of cauldrons, and then the king. He is not on a phallic throne, but you can see why. They still have their phallic stuff going on there. And that is your cauldrons. This is the what the back of the cards look like. They've really done a great job on this deck. I tend to use it a lot in my readings. If you'd like a reading, I will just PM me, and I'll try and get it out as soon as possible and put it up on the channel for you. And this has been the Charioteer with the Celtic Tarot. Hope you've enjoyed.